October 24, 1944, the Pacific. On board the destroyer, USS Johnston, Commander Ernest Evans, Big Chief to his crew goes about the morning routine. Months earlier, at the ship's commissioning, he made a promise. This is going to be a fighting ship. I intend to go in harm's way. Today, that promise would be tested beyond imagination. Their task force, Taffy 3, guards a group of escort carriers supporting the landings in the Philippines. It's supposed to be a quiet screen, but war has a way of shattering routine. A patrol plane's frantic transmission cuts through. A massive enemy fleet is inbound. The Japanese Center Force 23 warships strong has slipped through the straits undetected. They are now bearing down on the tiny American group. The scale is incomprehensible. 11 destroyers, 8 cruisers, and 4 battleships. Among them, the crown jewel, the Yamato. The largest battleship ever built, whose weight alone surpasses the entire Taffy 3 combined. As the Johnston's gunnery officer later said, "We felt like David without a slingshot." Alarms scream across the fleet. The order is given, run towards a distant rain squall for cover. The carriers scramble every plane they have, often armed with the wrong munitions, anything to harass the giants. And the destroyers begin laying a smokescreen, a desperate wall of gray to hide their charges. Commander Evans doesn't wait for orders. Seeing the smokescreen holding, he seizes the initiative. Hard left rudder. The Johnston alone turns back, a lone wolf charging the hunters. At 10 miles, Evans gives the order. Fire. Her small shells are like bee stings against a bear, but Evans aims for the eyes. The superstructure of the heavy cruiser. Accuracy is key. Using superior radar through the haze, the Johnston's guns find their mark, starting fires and sowing chaos. Red dye markers from near misses stain her decks. An officer wipes it from his face, yelling, "Looks like somebody's mad at us." The Johnston weaves through towering geysers from massive shells. Evans closes the distance and unleashes his true punch. 10 torpedoes. They race toward the Japanese line. A massive explosion soon lights up the Kumano's bow, a direct hit. But the giants have taken notice. The Yamato trains its 18-inch guns, the largest at Sion, the pesky destroyer. The world erupts. 3 Titanic shells slam into the Johnston. The bridge is shredded by secondary explosions. Commander Evans is thrown down, wounded, his left hand missing 2 fingers. In an apocalyptic scene of smoke and twisted metal, he stands. Refusing morphine, his shirt in tatters, he rips it off and returns to command. He orders the limping ship back towards the smoke. Below, crews perform miracles, restoring power and steering in just 10 minutes. The Johnston is wounded, but not out. Meanwhile, the sky is a chaos of American courage. Pilots from Taffy 3, and now reinforcements from other groups, make strafing run after strafing run with bombs, bullets, even depth charges. They can't sink the battleships, but they tear up their decks, disrupt their aim, and by precious time, back in the fray, Evans receives the Admiral's order. A full torpedo charge. The Johnston has no torpedoes left and can barely steer. Evans' response: charge anyway. They will draw fire for their brothers. Emerging from the smoke, the silhouette of the battleship Congo looms. The gunnery officer shouts, "I sure as hell can see that." They engage, peppering the giant until a more urgent target appears, a cruiser pounding one of their carriers. Evans shifts fire, knowing it's a futile gesture, but hoping to distract the cruiser for even a minute. Then, he spots the real threat, a column of Japanese destroyers, launching a torpedo run. One of those long lance torpedoes could doom a carrier. This was the moment. Evans turned his broken ship and every remaining gun onto the lead cruiser Yahagi. Combined with relentless air attacks, the assault was too much. The Japanese destroyer column wavered, turned back, and launched their torpedoes from too far away. They sank harmlessly. Stunned, Evans muttered, "Now I've seen everything." But the Johnston's luck had run its course. Slowed to a crawl, she was hammered by salvo after salvo. Power failed. Fires raged. Evans, refusing to surrender the bridge, fought his way aft to manually steer the ship. As the battle raged, he saw another heroic limping destroyer, the USS Samuel B. Roberts. The 2 captains locked eyes. Evans, his hand bandaged and bloody, raised it in a final salute. A final shell hit the last engine room. The USS Johnston was dead in the water, beaten, bloodied, and standing defiantly on her wrecked stern. Commander Evans gave his last order: abandon ship. He was never seen again. As the Johnston rolled over, a Japanese ship sailed past. The survivors braced for massacre. Instead, the Japanese captain stood on his bridge and saluted. After 2 days adrift, 141 of the Johnston's 327 men were rescued. Thanks to the sacrificial stand of Taffy. The destroyers, the carriers, and the pilots, the mighty Japanese center force was turned back. The Allied landings in the Philippines were saved. Commander Ernest Edwin Evans, a Cherokee Indian, was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor, the first Native American in the U.S. Navy to receive it. He and his crew had gone in harm's way. This was the Battle off Samar, a story not just of one ship, but of incredible courage against impossible odds. If you want to know about another hero from that day, check out our video on the USS Samuel B. Roberts. Until next time, this is Rana Asif for the Deep Dive.